let's get started. So of course we want to start with our phonemic awareness, and I'm going to say a phoneme is a
part of the word that makes a sound.
yeah. Now speak nice and loud because they need to hear that you're talking to me and I'm not talking to myself. You're exactly right. It's a sound and it's a speech sound, so it's part of a word. So what we're going to do today, we're going to delete the final phoneme and we're going to set out the blocks in case you need them. I'm looking at it upside down, so I'm going to be sure I can do. We'll have the blocks on there. We can use them for this or we can use them for anything else too. So let's unblend this word and then we'll take off the final phoneme. Rake.
Rake. 8.
Take off the final phoneme and it's down to
8.
that took off the first phoneme, the initial. So do it again.
8.
The one that's going away.
Ray.
And we're down to ray. Good job. Put them back. Goat.
Goat. Oat.
Take
Oat.
Take off the final phoneme. Show me the final phoneme on the blocks. Do it again.
Goat. Oat. Goat.
And when the t comes off, then we're down to go. Okay, here's another one. Snip.
Snip. Snip.
Take off. One more. Take off this final one.
Sin.
Gotta be in order. Let's do it again. Snip.
Snip. Snip. Snip.
Snip. Then it could have some other ending like sniff or snit or something else at the end. Okay. Feel.
Feel. Eel. Eel.
That's if you take off the initial phoneme. That's a fun one to do, but that's not what we're doing. So put it back. Feel.
Eel.
And we're down to fee. Okay, good job. We'll keep practicing this. We'll leave these out because we might use them for something else. This will help you when you're spelling, if you can be real flexible like that. Would you move us down off of phonemic awareness and into alphabet? Well, for alphabet, we've been alphabetizing. You need your pencil. And when you put these words in alphabetical order, that will help you with the dictionary and other things. You might just recite the alphabet quickly.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Loud enough to hear. I, J, K, L.
M, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Okay, now, we've had some where they all begin with different letters, but with this one, they all begin with,
B.
and so
Yeah.
they all begin with B, so the B won't count. So which letter is going to guide us on this page? The second letter, right? So now you're going to put them in alphabetical order. Very good. All right. So move us down, and I might even turn on my phone so we can time how quickly we can do the cards. So we've done that before, and it kind of keeps us moving right along. So, let's start with the A-R-D, and parking. I think they're already right there. Alright, ready? Set, go.
X, P, I, consonant E, digraph, suffix, ed, O, L, digraph, sh, B, O, consonant E, U, consonant E, V, T, combination U, R, N, G, A, consonant E, digraph, O, digraph, C, K, capital I, digraph, combination I, R, J, F, R, S, H, Y as a vowel, I, E, consonant E, U, Y, trigraph, IGH, D, W, combination ERM, digraph THA, digraph EE.
Oh, yes. You're for me, the trick is for me to be able to move them very fast. So let's keep hopping along here.
List, sink, book, athlete, E, king, cake, A, pig, rope, O, box, X, leaf, wool, elephant, A, table, T, bird, mother, thimble, fly, I, penny, E, apple, A, watch, fish, bat, boom, umbrella, yarn, U, truck, octopus, fern, letter, igloo, I, mitten, sock, S, nose, Z, kite, K, cup, K, feet, E, 3E, flying, rabbit, jam, J, light, I, turtle, Valentine, shit, sh, dog, D, cube, U, house, fire, I, sailed, D, fit, jumped, J, and folded, go.
Good job. Now, let's get some arrow paper here.
It's still going.
It's still going because you can move us down to the spelling deck. But
Whoa.
I'm still beautiful. Let me see the arrow paper. It's right here. Grab your pencil. Here
Wait.
we go.
Are we at the bottom already yet?
So let me look. This is it. Right there. Like that.
V.
Uh-huh. And then you also have to put a final position, VE, because it doesn't like to be alone. F,
E.
Z,
Z. S. U.
N,
N. S.
I,
It.
I.
Consonant E.
There it is. G,
G. G.
E.
E.
Digraph.
Digraph. E.
E. Final position. E, comma, Y at the vowel at the end. Sounds like E.
So like that.
Just like that. Perfect. Okay?
K, comma, C, final, CK, comma, NK.
No, that'd be unk. After the K, let's see. Final position C. Let me look. CK, but then like book or beak or something, it would just have one K, and if final position KE. It's still final, but just KE. Okay, that one has a lot.
X, A,
What?
W,
Oh,
O, consonant, E,
yeah.
I,
Mmm.
N, F, I made an N. And final position, F.
On a short word with one vowel. That's the floss rule, yes. Good, thank you.
R,
B.
B. That's not very cute. I squiggled it.
U.
U, consonant, E. H,
J.
J, SH, T,
V.
TH,
This is the voice one, yes.
P,
O.
O, L, final digraph, L.
In a short word with a short vowel, that's the floss rule. Good thinking.
TH.
This is the unvoiced one. Oh no, I thought it was one that had it. Well, we need about half a dozen more. A lot of our papers got it on the back. Sorry. Okay, here we go.
E-R. What combination?
It is combination ER.
O, comma, A. Two digraph.
Yes. The diagram.
Digraph, O.
Yeah.
Y, Y.
D.
D, comma, E, D.
For suffix, yes.
N, G, comma, N with a G too. Or
A.
comma, E.
Consonant E. Alright, great. Hand me that and go scoot us down to new learning. So let's see what we can discover. I'm going to, there's nothing in bags for this.
Falling down.
Nothing in a bag
Falling.
for this, but I will say some words and I want you to listen to the final position and tell me what you think we've got here. So the topic that we're on, since we don't have anything in a bag, it's not a new phoneme, it's not a new sound. It's one of the sounds that we already had in the cards there, but it is a suffix. And a suffix is a
Letter.
or letters,
That makes
and we put it on at the end of a word, and it changes the usage of the word, so we can use it just a little differently. Okay, so we could also have a vowel suffix that begins with a
Vowel.
or a consonant suffix. suffix that begins with a consonant.
Like
So, yesterday we had a consonant suffix. So listen to these words and see what you think. You're gonna echo, and I suppose you could be looking in your mirror if I hadn't taken the box away. Dusty,
dusty,
shaky,
shaky,
flighty,
flighty,
peppy,
peppy,
mushy,
mushy,
witty.
witty.
What do you hear in the final position?
E,
You hear E. Do you think it'll be spelled with an E?
no,
What might it be spelled with?
a Y.
Spelled with a Y, possibly. Okay, so what I did, I wrote some on here. And we want to look at them. Are you right? Do those end with a Y?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Now, what we want to think about is this a vowel suffix or a consonant suffix?
What's in it?
It's, Y can be a consonant, but how does it sound?
Sounds like E.
Sounds like E, so it's going to be a vowel suffix. And we're looking for our suffix deck. And right here, I've made a couple of new cards to add to the suffix deck. So you were right, the suffix that we're adding is a Y. And we decided it's a vowel suffix, okay? So if it's a consonant suffix, then we don't change the base word. We just leave the base word and put on the suffix. But if it's a vowel suffix, you might have to double the final letter, or you might have to drop a final silent E. Okay, so we're going to look and see if we think well, first of all, let's code this first one. We're going to put how are we going to code the suffix?
Misty.
You're right. That says misty. And because it's a suffix, we're going to put it in a box. So that's what that meant right up here. So misty. Misty means that it's got some mist. There's some kind of mist. Having mist.
It was misting on Monday.
Yeah, we did have some. And then if it's misting, then that's coming down. But if we say misty, then we'd say the weather outside is misty. Misty.
Misty being a name. Misty.
Well, it can. But then if it's a proper noun like that, it would have to begin with a capital. So in this case, it's not a name. Now, this is a derivative because it has a suffix on it. What was the base word? The base word was mist. And did anything get added or dropped? No, nothing at all. So code this one. Well, we added the suffix, yes, but we didn't have to double anything. Or we didn't have to,
Will we ever double with the Y?
well, let's just see if we can discover that. So code this one. The first thing we know is, it's a long E. So the first E is saying it's long E sound, and the second one's silent, and you underline the digraph right away, which is very smart, and then don't forget to box the suffix. Tell me the word. Sleepy. Now, did any change, the base word was, did anything happen to it? No, yeah, that's how sleep is. What's the next one? Code. Yes, you're right. That word says rusty. Was there any change to the base word?
No.
But now we have the derivative. Okay, this one says,
Lucky.
and you're coding as we go.
Like, do we underline that?
We do underline the digraph. Okay, and was there any change to the base word?
No.
No. Lucky means you have luck. At least that time. would you spell the base word mess?
M-E-S-S.
Why?
Because there is a floss rule.
It's a floss rule. So that base word already had the extra S on it. We didn't have to double it. It was already there from the base word. Okay.
I was boxing that.
Yep, not gonna box a diagram. We're gonna underline a diagram, box a suffix, and tell me the word. Rocky. Was there any change to the base word? Okay. Now let's try the purple one.
I'm tired. Shady.
But if that word says shady,
Oh.
it would be a long N, wouldn't it? Okay, how would you spell shade, the base word shade?
S-H-A-D.
Wouldn't that be shad?
And we dropped the E.
This had an E on shade, and it got dropped. Yes, a vowel suffix, we can drop the Y. So you discovered,
Shady.
we don't want to say shady, but with only one D there, it's saying shady. Okay, tell me the next one. Well, code it. Tell it.
Smoky.
Now, what was the base word?
Smoke.
And so if there's a barbecue going, there'll be some smoke coming up from it. How would you spell smoke?
S-M-O-K-E. We dropped the E.
We dropped the E to add this vowel suffix. You've discovered something. Okay, code the next one.
Wave.
And say it nice and loud. So
Wave.
Huh?
Wave.
That's-
Wave.
But this word, this derivative says wavy. So I drew a wavy line there. But you're right, it started with the base word wave, and what happened?
We dropped the E.
We dropped the E on wave. Now, tell me the code this next one.
Sloppy.
And so,
We had to
this is a brief, but make it a little curlier so I can tell. How would you spell slop?
S-L-O-P.
Okay, and then we put on the suffix Y. So what
That says
change
slopey.
did we make? That would say slopey. What change did we make to the base word?
Yeah,
We had to double the P, and so we're going to mark it like that to show that that wasn't on the base word. Like this. Like this. Because this is a double. We doubled that. That P had to come in there, or else everybody would have been saying slopey. Okay, code the next one.
Froggy.
Tell it to me again louder.
Froggy.
I couldn't hear it right, quite right.
Froggy.
You're telling me froggy. Was that the base word?
Frog. No. Foggy.
Foggy. When it's foggy outside, then there's fog and it makes it hard to see very far down the road. Okay. I want to mark this G so I can tell it was doubled. It had to be doubled or else people would have been saying foggy. Okay, tell me this one.
Foggy. The D. It's an extra D. And it's muddy.
It's muddy, so don't step in it. Go to the next
I
one.
only played in mud yesterday.
What a mess.
Mm.
And tell me the word.
Funny.
And what happened? The base word was
Fun.
fun. The derivative is funny. And the change that happened to the base word was we had to
If we
double
didn't double
it.
the N, it would be fuming.
It would be. Do the next one.
Runny. Like a runny nose.
Like that. Okay, and then the next one.
Baggy.
Okay. Okay.
As she waved her hand, those 5 silver bells jingle.
So she must have silver bells on her hand because when she waves it, probably one on every finger, do you think? Okay, scoot us down and for handwriting. And let me get you a piece of handwriting paper, and we're going to use the student book, which I did not bring over here. I brought the picture book, but you're going to use the student book, and we're going to copy. Do you remember when we have had copying pages before? And sometimes we copy off the board, and sometimes we copy. This happens all the time in school. Your teacher tells you to copy this off the board or copy something out of the book. And so we want to practice copying something down. And I was going to give you the paper. And it is this paper right here. So if you will write your name up there on those lines, and then I'll show you what you're going to copy. And we're going to talk about how we do this. So when we copy, we look at it, and then we say it and spell it, and then you look away and say it and spell it, and then you look back at it, and then you copy it on the paper, so that you don't have to do one letter at a time. So tell me what the thing says.
Lucky girl.
Okay, and so spell lucky.
Lucky. Lucky. Girl. Girl. Girl.
Okay, are you ready to copy? Okay. Tell me what you're copying.
Lucky girl.
But tell it to me.
Luckygirl.
Good job. The next one says,
Bumpy street.
okay, spell.
Bumpy. Bumpy. Street. Street. Street.
Okay, what are you writing?
Bumpy
Street. Spell it for me. Bum.
Whoopsie. Bumbey.
Okay, let's look.
Yay. Now we just have to go speed.
This one, there were two words, and both of them were kind of long, and words you probably haven't written as much. So when we have one like that, sometimes it's better to just do the first word and then do the second one. So we might do that with this one. Read.
Gladly. Rain.
Gladly rain. So
Gladly.
what are you writing?
Gladly. Gladly. Yay! Ran. Ran.
And that one was easier. Okay, now look at your handwriting, and do you see one of these words that you think is really your best penmanship? So the letters are the right. No, I don't want you to erase. We're going to circle one that we think is the best. Let me take a look back up close. Oh, that does look good. Good. Okay, move us down.
Reading practice. Yay.
Okay, and so we are reading in the book, and it is right where I shouldn't have shut the book because we were right at the right place here. Now, let me open to my book. big mistake when I shut the book, because that's right where we were. Now,
Glossy Street. Risky Plan.
well, now there's no E on the end of this. Risky plan. Risky plan. That would not be a good plan, would it?
Dirty Deep.
Is there a reason why that would have the short sound? Short if? I don't think so.
Mighty.
But that's an N.
Renty.
Okay, we need to code. We need to code.
Oh my goodness.
And say that.
ITD.
I hear it.
Oh my
though.
goodness. Briny.
Briny deep. Now, you're not familiar with the word briny, I can tell. Brine means salt. And so if it's briny deep water, it is salty water. It is the ocean, is what that would be.
Springy Step.
Good thinking.
Smoky Hut. Bulky Box.
Good job.
Curly Locks. Oh, that rhymed there.
Kind of did, didn't it?
Wavy Line. Whirly Fur.
Okay, that one. We're going to take a look at that one. Code it. First word there. What does it say?
Wire.
What? You just about got it. What?
Wire.
Yeah, wire. Wiry fur. Wow. If the animal has wiry fur, what kind of fur would that be?
Fee.
It would be pokey. You know, it would be like not as bad as a porcupine probably, but sometimes there's a dog and its hair isn't really silky. It's just more wiry fur on some.
Scaly fish.
Yep.
Fourthy drink.
Okay, but what you're telling me,
Frothy?
yes, because the R is first, so for off,
Bone.
frothy.
Frame. Wily look.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a sneaky look.
Use.
No, no.
Gusty wind.
Yes, a wind gust really blows.
Similar.
Nope.
Smiley.
Get the code.
Slimy.
There it is.
Shaggy pup. Windy crab.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's kind of a.
Slaggy.
You already told me, shaggy pup. Windy crag, you're on that one.
Flaky crust.
Uh-huh.
Snaky creek.
Thrifty.
Girl.
Thrifty means you're careful with your money. Scoot us in. And here is a piece of spelling paper. And with these words today, we might want this, so we'll get it over here so we're ready for it. With these words today, we're thinking about the dropping rule.
Oh, yay.
When we use the dropping rule, what do we drop?
The E.
The E. And that would be when we hear a long vowel. Now, you drop the E if you're adding a suffix that begins with a
E.
vowel. But what if the suffix begins with a consonant?
You just eat the
You
E.
just leave the E. Okay, number 16, taping.
Taping. Tape.
Now, no, and then the suffix is,
Tape.
there's tape. What's the suffix?
In.
I-N-G. So, taping.
They have to like do a little
Well, I don't know. If you do that, what will it say?
tap.
Is that what we're writing? But what did we have to do? What did tape have on the base word. It had an E. Why did we drop it?
Or else, reason why is or else if we didn't drop the E, it would be tapping.
And we put on a suffix that started with a vowel. If the suffix would have started with a consonant, we would have left it. Okay, number 17, cones. We went to Brahms and got several cones. And the suffix will be
S.
And code it so that you can check it. Okay, and there's cones. Good job. Number 18, filing. Filing. Put this in the filing.
Oh. File.
Couldn't see real well.
File.
That looks beautiful. So go ahead and code it. We like to do that. The base word file used to have
E.
Okay. But with a vowel suffix, it went away. Number 19, lifeless.
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 Oh, life.
Lifeless. Like a stuffed animal is lifeless. It's not alive. Good job coding without me reminding you.
Let's see.
Lifeless. Here's our last one. Well, the base word was, and the suffix began with
There.
a consonant, so we keep the E on there. Now it's right. Okay, last one. Scraper.
Scraper.
If you've got ice on your,
A.
do it again.
E.
Well, I don't see enough blocks. One more time. Scraper. What's the base word?
Scrape. A.
Okay, take a look.
Green.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, move us down to verbal and written. We're not going to have as much fun as we've been having for a couple of days with frogs and planes, but we are going to use some of these same colors. So there's your crayons that you're going to use right there. And basic sentence always has to have a noun and a verb. And so read the top sentence to me.
And swims in the pond.
Okay, so the subject, the main noun here is
Anne. Who's Anne?
And
Swims.
she swims. Okay, so we can take the pencil
In.
and draw a line right here. Take the pencil and draw a line right here because we've got the basic sentence, and swims. But then in the predicate, they're telling us a little more.
And.
Yeah, we get to use the green on the frog.
The pond.
Pond is a noun. Now, the article the, we can draw the arrow to the what? The Go to the next one.
The colorful fish splashes in the lake.
In the lake. Now, we've got several things that can have their lines. We noticed on our article, it draws an arrow over to something, so get the what? The lake and it goes, this one goes, that one's right, to the lake, but this one goes to the fish. So fix it to get clear over there to the fish. And adjectives also draw arrows, so colorful what?
Fish.
Colorful fish. Now, prepositions have parentheses about the whole
we
phrase.
forgot to do.
Yes, we need that. But not just there. It goes clear over to the object of the
And why we're
preposition.
not using
In the
green
pond,
like
yeah.
we did yesterday.
In the lake. Now, we need a line to separate the subject from the predicate. And there it is. Okay, now, let's think.
I like using the froggies.
I want you to picture a horse. And what color is your horse that you're thinking about?
White.
Okay.
Wait,
A
white
white,
and brown.
well, I already got white. A white horse. Now, is he gonna trot or gallop or
Trot.
he's gonna trot? A white horse. Is he doing it now? Trots, or did he already do it? Trotted.
He trots.
Trots. A white horse trots. Now, do you want him to trot by something or to something? A white horse trots
to the hay.
to the hay. He sounds like a hungry one. Okay, a white horse trots to the hay. One more to code, and that one was your own sentence. While you're doing that, I'm going to move us down to review.
Do we use two with green?
Yes, it is on the list. So I will get that list out for us to look at.
Is hay now?
Is it? Yes, it is, isn't it? Now, all the articles go to something. So what? Horse and white horse. The hay, and then we want the prepositional phrase. There it is. Perfect. Great. Wow. Okay, so today's lesson, we had the new suffix. So here in our suffix deck,
I still need pencils.
no, we're almost ready to listen. The suffix deck, I'm adding the suffix y. It could add an extra double the N, like sunny, having sun, or with sun, or it might just put a Y at the end of the base word guilty, marked by guilt. So I'll add that in there with our other suffixes, and we will practice the suffix deck another time. But right now we're going to look at the prepositions, all the different ones. There's lots and lots of them.
That's all ones we have to mark.
Well, we're just gonna, so a lot of them are opposites. It's in or out, it's up or down, it's
With or
it's over or under, yeah.
on or below.
Yep.
From or to.
All of those. Then they go in a prepositional phrase like
Did you use marker
behind
for
the
that?
bucket, I did, yeah. Or beside the bucket, or in the bucket, or around the bucket. Those would be prepositional phrases. Okay, we want to still have time, and we've got 7 minutes, so you can scoot me down to listening. And,
Which is 10 minutes.
well, it's gonna be 7 today because we're on the clock. We must be taking a lot of time on some other things. Now, split those out. And what we are listening to is, this was Family Robinson, which is what we've been listening to. And yesterday I read about the part where they were making things.
It's like they were making a house, they were making a
Yeah, they had the tree house, and they had all these different things that they could make. So, you can get your book out and look at the pictures if you want. I'm on page 47. We spent 6 weeks at this kind of work. We did not spare any pains to make the nest, and all that could be seen near it looked neat and trim, though there were no eyes but our own to view the scene. One day, I told my sons that I would try to make a flight of stairs.
Wow.
Have you heard of that saying? I'm going to write that word.
Does it mean like those stairs has
A flight
a
of stairs is a common saying that I want you to hear of, and it has the trigraph IGA. And we don't actually fly up the stairs, but we walk up the stairs, and that's what they call them. If there's, they might say, oh, he lives, my granddaughter is going to K-State, and she just found out last weekend where her room in the dorm will be. It's going to be 9 flights up, and that means 9 go up the stairs to the, first floor, and then the second floor up to the 9th floor. But we're not there. We're on page 47. So a flight of stairs. And that would take the place of the cane steps. Remember the cane steps that they made that they could climb up it? Here. Here's what I want you to do.
Look at the map.
Look at the map.
We're not over there yet. We're not at 4 yet, but I think the map is.
Well, that was a good picture. Look right there at that, because we're talking about the treehouse. So look at that picture while I go. They'd like to make a flight of stairs in place of the cane steps, which were, to tell the truth, those steps were the worst part of our house. As yet, we had not used them much, but the rain would someday force us to stay inside the nest, and then we should like to go up and down stairs with more ease than we could now climb those rude steps. I knew that a swarm of bees had built their nest in the trunk of our tree, and this led me to think that there might be a void space in it some way up. Void. What does that sound like? They thought there might be a void space.
What does
Because
that mean?
see if you can figure this out.
Like they wanted to avoid the bees?
They definitely need to avoid the bees, but
Look how ugly.
if they made
The bees mad.
when bees make a nest, they hollow out the log, and so he thinks there might be a void space that they could use to make their stairs inside the tree trunk.
Oh, I wouldn't do
this-
that if I were you.
Should this prove to be the case, I said, our work will be half done. For then we shall only need to fix the stairs in the tree around the trunk. The boys got up and went to the top of the root to tap the trunk and to judge by the sound how far up the hole went. But they had to pay for their lack of thought. Lack means they didn't have enough thought. What might happen if you tap, tap, tap where bees are inside?
They might sting you.
They might. The whole swarm of bees came out as soon as they heard the noise. The bees stung their cheeks, stuck to their hair and clothes, and soon put them to flight. Now this is a different kind of flight, and they can't fly because they're people, but they ran off as fast as if they were flying. We found that Jack who was at all times rash, had struck the bee's nest with his axe and was much more hurt by the bees than any of the other boys. Ernest, who went to his work in his slow way, got up to the tree last and thus did not get more than a sting or two. But for the rest, it was several hours before they could even open their eyes. I took a large hollow gourd, which would make a perfect hive, and put it on a stand. We then made a straw roof for the hive to keep out the sun and wind, and as by this time it grew dark, we left the hive there for the night. Now, check how much time we've got, because we just have just enough time to talk about.
So you want me to put it back so you can read it?
Yes, I do, because next time we'll read that. So who was in this part of the story?
The boys and the dad.
Okay, and the mother wasn't there at all, was she?
No,
What were
the
they
mama
doing?
was probably still getting stuff from the tent.
She's always working, always making something. What were the father and boys doing in this part that I read today?
They were trying to get the trees out of the truck.
Because what did they want to use it for?
Steps.
They were going to make stairs inside. It's a pretty good sized tree. Remember how big it was on that picture of the treehouse. So,
But honey,
where are they?
where are they? They're on a tropical island.
They're on a tropical island because they got shipwrecked there. And they're at the part where they built the tree house. And if they go over by the bay, that's where they have their tent house.
So they have two houses.
They
so
have
far.
two houses so
But
far.
they're gonna get three
They
houses.
might get another house. Yes, they might.
Hey, maybe it's for
Okay.
their animals. Maybe it'll be
So-
for their animals.
Next time, we'll be sure to read a little farther on that.
Why are they all?
Do you think? You're probably better at this than me. Can you turn it off? Mrs. Man.